Jr. And what I said is clear, Malaysia condemns and rejects his Twitter post that claimed Sabah is not part of Malaysia, he added. Locsin, in a Twitter post, said, "Sabah is not in Malaysia if you want to have anything to do with the Philippines." His tweet was in response to a tweet by the United States Embassy in Manila on their donation of hygiene kits to Filipinos deported from Sabah who arrived in Tawi-Tawi province and Zamboanga City recently. The U.S. Embassy said, the USAID, U.S. Agency for International Development, donated 500 hygiene kits to the serves Region 9 for the 395 returning Filipino repatriates from Sabah, Malaysia, who arrived in Zamboanga City and Bongao, Tawi-Tawi. Locsin said until now, the U.S. Embassy had not taken down its tweet. It started with a U.S. Embassy tweet that hasn't been taken down. When the country united around President Ferdinand Marcos, including his critics, the U.S. discouraged an attempt on our part to concretely assert our claim. The U.S. didn't want us to add to their growing problem in Vietnam, he said. Marcos said the Philippines acquired sovereignty and dominion over the territory of Sabah in accordance with a series of events, acts, agreements and transactions, including the deed of cession from the Sultan of Sulu of 1962 to the Philippines. Hussein branded as irresponsible Locsin's statement, saying it could jeopardize bilateral ties between Malaysia and the Philippines. In Sulu, Paramount Sultan Ibrahim Bajan Shakarullah II said North Borneo was an inextricable part and parcel of the Sultanate of Sulu. In a statement released on August 3 this year, he said the Sultanate of Sulu asserted that North Borneo was never lawfully ceded to the Republic of the Philippines and, therefore, remains a sovereign and independent state. The stipulation in the deed of 1878 that the lessees of North Borneo shall administer the territory for as long as they choose or desire to use them places it in the category of a perpetual lease, effective for 100 years under international law. He added that the contract of lease had expired and possession over North Borneo should now be exercised by the Sultanate of Sulu. He said, in view of the history of the Sultanate and the circumstances surrounding the lease of Sabah, we desire the recognition of the independent statehood and sovereignty of the Islamic Sultanate of Sulu and North Borneo. Sultan Muedzal Lail Tan Kiram, who claims to be the 35th Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo, said his grandfather, Sultan Muhammad Esmail Enang Kiram, who was recognized by the Philippine government in 1957, transferred the rights of North Borneo under the government of President Diosdado Macapagal in 1962. He said in a statement released by the Royal House of Sulu on August 4 that his father, Sultan Muhammad Mahakuta Abdullah Kiram, and him, being the Crown Prince of Sulu, confirmed the transfer of the rights of North Borneo to the Philippine government, and this was made official through Memorandum Order 427 issued by Marcos in 1974. We aspire for an amicable solution to the predicament that affects us all in this region, Kiram said. The Royal House of Sulu firmly believes that diplomacy will allow us to move forward as governments and other parties involved play a crucial role from alleviating our people from poverty. The two are only among the 5 recognized sultans in Sulu. The others are Sultans Muhammad bin Izar Julkarnain Jainal Abran, Muizzuddin Jainal Abran Bajan and Fugdalan Kiram II, with Sulu Governor Drive Sakar Tan, also called Dadu Shabandar, as their special envoy.